This little concept right here has completely changed my life. And if you want to become what I call a freedom writer, first off, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. One of the things that I have learned through doing this activity of Create First, which also you can see is the book behind me, one of the books that I wrote. If you want to read it, pick it up. A lot of people really love it. It's been endorsed by New York Times bestselling authors and a bunch of other people. But one of the things that I love so much about this concept of creating first and why it has been so transformative in my life, especially if you're somebody who wants to be a freedom writer, which to me is someone who uses their written words to get paid, to create freedom for themselves, and to have a lifestyle essentially of choice, of impact, and of abundance. And, a big part of that is by prioritizing creativity and writing as the first thing in your day. And if something to me is the most important, then it means that you do it first. And that's really one of the fundamental beliefs that I have around this idea of creating first. And I think so often people, especially people like us who love to write, what happens is they get in their way because they think, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to write, or they push off the actual writing task that they love to do, where they get in flow, but they push it off to like later in the day. And then it almost becomes overwhelming, okay? And so one of the things that I found to be so helpful is I use this little routine, this Create First routine, and I've been using it for years, and it has enabled me to live a semi-retired free life as a freedom writer for, 4.5, 5 years now. And basically what you do is before you go to bed, you put your phone on airplane mode with the Wi-Fi turned off, okay? And then the next morning when you wake up, you are not allowed to take your phone off of airplane mode until you have written something and shared something. And ideally, if you want to really get paid, you will also make some sort of offer in that writing, okay? Now, why is this so simple yet so effective? Well, most of us, prior to Create First, woke up, and I used to do this too, you woke up and you look at your phone, and before you know it, you're consuming, you're responding to texts, emails, messages, notifications, whatever the hell is on your phone. This one little hack makes it so that you don't get any stimulus, you don't get any consumption. And that's the whole idea of creating first, consuming second, is you don't get any consumption in your life until after you've already made a creative contribution. And so what happens is when you do this over and over and over again for days and then weeks and then months and then years, like it's been for me, you no longer have this desire to wake up and consume. And your ability to access creative flow, to access what I call the voice, those ideas, the inspiration, the things that will make an impact for the people that you're here to serve, your audience, is just so dialed. It just drops in all of the time. And so there's never any writer's block anymore. It just disappears altogether. And so I encourage you to try this out. And if you have not, picked up a copy of my book, I will link it up below. Or if you want like a step-by-step method on how to actually do this, where I hold you accountable to it, I've also created something called the 21-Day Create First Challenge, which gives you prompts every single day, actually before you go to bed, so you don't have to look at your phone in the morning, and you know exactly what you need to write and work on first thing in the morning when you wake up. So you're, again, no dopamine, no distractions like this. But I can tell you that if you're someone who wants to work a very little, but earn a lot, and you want to use writing as a vehicle for your freedom, to make money, to earn more, to impact people, then I strongly encourage you to try this Create First practice. The cool thing about it is, like, literally, you'll know if it works or not. It doesn't matter how much I hype it up. Because you'll feel instantly different when you wake up and create first versus grabbing your phone and consuming, as the first thing. So anyway, I'm gonna be making a lot more of these videos. Again, links are below. Grab my book, Create First, Consume Second, or jump in the challenge. I'll see you in the next one.